Hi guys, my name's Kirsten Lavender and Charlotte from Huntress has very kindly asked me to do a short video for you. Um, Mainly just to give you an idea of what experience I've had in the past with events. So I've ran my own festival for over 30 years. I sold the festival on to new promoters just after Christmas time, give myself a couple of months off to decide what I want to do. So the festival started as well as 30 years ago. It was actually ran alongside Whitby Goth Weekend. It was twice a year. Um, it was Absinthe Gothic Festival. Then we changed the name. It was a limited company to Tomorrow's Ghost Festival. So we'd run that typically in April and Halloween every year, and that would bring in altogether just over 3 million in local economy. So we would gather stakeholders, we did stakeholder meetings, we ran a market alongside this, we ran a film festival and a literary festival. So I did the running of this entire festival myself. So that was basically the first thing we'd do would be secure the acts, secure the bands, barter prices with band managers and record companies, that kind of thing. I would organise international travel, hotels, stays, that kind of thing with them. We even organised tours for them if they came from, say, America or elsewhere in Europe, just to sort of give them a bit of a holiday as well. So they would some of the bands would get a bit of a treat there. So the main bit of my job when I wasn't actually working physically on the festival day to day was, like I say, securing the stakeholders. I would also do the social media, Facebook, Instagram. I would organise all the PR for that. I would organise PR days. I would get, excuse me, sorry, journalists from Channel 4 and the BBC music journalists like John Robb to interview a lot of the bands. Then I would ask the bands to then put them out on social media, and I would pay for the social media post, and that sold tickets absolutely brilliantly, and it kind of stirred up quite a lot of excitement in people who were buying the tickets as well, including myself, which I really enjoyed. I did a lot of the accounting. I did an accounting course. I did the accounts myself as well. I did the whole of the admin. I only wanted to do this myself because I think if you're running your own business, you want to do the admin. You know the day-to-day running of it, and it was easier to do that instead of employ people. I employed staff. We didn't actually take on volunteers because we ran it as like a socialist company. So if anybody worked, they got paid. We never did any sort of volunteering or anything like that. We secured sponsorships for Greenpeace, Oxfam, Woodland Trust, and the Sophie Lancaster Foundation that I only stopped working with a couple of weeks ago. So I still support that foundation. So the actual running of it, I would also employ obviously sound engineers, lighting engineers. I did the stage managing myself. We would run after parties. We'd do BBC interviews with the bands when they'd come off stage, just to, write a little bit about the festival. That would go into different music tabloids such as the NME, Vive La Rock, BBC, Channel 4, and that we've been in the Guardian a couple of times as well, which was really, really wonderful. So um, it's a very sort of people fronted place. I would work on the actual festival itself. I would do the ticketing, the merchandise. If anybody needs stage props or needs stage lifts because they were possibly disabled, I used to organise that. I also worked with the Bram Stoker family estate. We got them to sponsor us as well for the past 10 years. And it's been a real mixture of everything. I think when you're running your own company and it's an events company, you are responsible for doing absolutely every aspect of it. So it was mainly a Gothic festival, punk festival as well. We'd have actresses from the 1970s Hammer horror films. We do panelist chats. We do meet and greets with fans, that kind of thing. I worked with some of the actors from, I don't know if you remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer, worked with some of the actors and flew them across to do sort of fan horror con days, that kind of thing. So it gives you a little bit of an idea. So, like I said, I ran this festival for a really long time. But I think it can be quite difficult, especially during COVID. It financially took quite a bit of a hit during COVID, so we had to do online festivals to keep it going. But I think there's always that fear of funds. What are you going to get profit wise at the end of this? So for me now, I think it was I decided to sort of sell the festival on to another promoter. They've just basically flown with it and made a great success of it as well. So I'm ready to work for somebody else now. This is what I want to do. I want to stay doing events. I love the admin side of it. I like the organisation, and I've been looking at your website, and I really like the sound of it. I'm a mother myself. I've got a nearly 14-year-old daughter at high school. I'm on the school governing team. We don't have very many meetings, but we organise a lot of work through pastoral for like mental health, any sort of learning disabilities, any meetings to do with that parents might have. So I am quite involved in the school with the children as well. So it's a really nice sort of thing to do. So hopefully I've covered. I'm just checking to see if I've covered a lot of, yeah, I used to do all the invoicing as well. So I did all of the accounts. And I think, to be honest, I think if I actually was sat in front of you with this would probably be a lot easier to try and explain it to you. But I hope you got a bit of an idea of how I've sort of ran my festival and the experience that I've had. But yeah, and I hope that that Charlotte can organise an appointment for me and get to meet you in person and have a chat with you. But yeah, thanks very much, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye.